Good morning, children. We are going to see our third lesson, which is called energy. Okay, we will see the types of energy and we will see about each energy one by one in this lesson. Okay, first, what is energy? Energy is the capacity to do work. Energy is the capacity to do work. The SI unit, we already know what is SI unit. SI stands for System International D unit, or the International System of Units, where the unit for energy is Joule, Joule. Write it 5 times and see, because it is a totally new spelling, Joule, and the symbol is capital J. Okay, now what is 1 joule? 1 joule is the amount of energy spent when a force of 1 Newton displaces a body by 1 meter. Okay, now look at that explanation. 1 joule is the amount of energy. Energy means what? The capacity of the work spent when a force of 1 Newton displaces a body by 1 meter. You take an example of a table. Okay, the table is in one position. Now you want to push the table to another position. Say you are going to push, so that push is called force. Okay, so the energy spent to push the table. Okay, the energy spent to push the table from one position to another is called as 1 joule. Okay, so what is energy? Energy is the capacity to do work. We are going to measure the capacity of the work which is to be done. What is this? Calorie. So calorie means what? It is the amount of heat energy. We are talking more specifically about the heat energy. Okay, so calorie means the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature. Heat means what? Heat is measured in temperature only, right? So we are going to heat something, okay, and such that the temperature of that something will be increased by 1 degree Celsius. 1 degree Celsius. So what is that thing? We are going to take 1 gram of water and then we are going to heat it, okay, by 1 degree Celsius. So the warm water will have to increase by 1 degree Celsius. So that is called as calorie. So 1 calorie is the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. So calorie nale the amount of heat energy ingra keyword irkanum. Otherwise, it will not have any meaning. So, calorie is the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature. Of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joules. Okay. Now, what are the different forms of energy? Mechanical energy. In that you have potential energy, kinetic energy, heat energy, chemical energy, sound energy, light energy, electrical, magnetic energy. Light energy, sun kittandu varudhu. Kinetic energy na motion, energy of the motion is called kinetic energy. Pictures la parunga, one by one I am telling. The next one is the heat energy, means the thermal effect of the heat energy. Electrical energy, electric lines. Then the nuclear energy, from the nucleus of the atom. Chemical energy, when 2 or 3 chemicals combine together, we get energy. Potential energy, the potential of the objects by its virtue. As we will see one by one. And the sound energy, because of the sound. Okay, energy produced from the sound. So these are the forms of energy. First one is the mechanical, second one is the heat, third one is the chemical, fourth one sound, fifth one light, sixth one electrical, and the seventh one is magnetic energy. We'll see one by one. Mechanical energy, it is energy associated with the motion or with the position. Mechanical energy, either it is in the motion or in the position. Motion means when it is moving. Position means on the stationary, on the place la irukumbodhu what is the energy. So the two types of energy here is potential energy, kinetic energy. Potential energy, and the picture la we can see the ball on the top of the hillock. Now kinetic energy, the ball is rolled down upper, that is becoming the kinetic energy. Coming to the potential energy. Energy possessed by an object by virtue of its position. அது எந்த பிளேஸில் பொசிஷனில் இருக்கோ அந்த இடத்துல இருக்கும்போது அதனோட எனர்ஜி பை virtue of its பொசிஷன். Possessed means what? It is an abstract. அப்போ அந்த எனர்ஜி அந்த ஆப்ஜெக்டுக்குள்ளே இருக்குது by the virtue of its position when it is placed at that particular position. Okay, it is the energy stored in it. The energy is stored in that same object itself. Example, water stored in a dam. Okay, when water is stored in a dam, we will not know what is the energy at all. We will not know there is energy inside that stored water. Okay, the moment the water is released, அதாவது when the dam doors are opened, the water will flow at a high speed. Flows vegam, it will come out. So we are going to use that speed for generating our hydroelectric power. Okay, so potential energy means it is the energy possessed by an object by virtue of its position. அந்த இடத்துல அந்த ஆப்ஜெக்ட் எவ்வளோ எனர்ஜியை வந்து பொசஸ் பண்ணி வச்சுருக்கு, ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி வச்சுருக்கு. ஓகே, ஸோ த டூ டைப்ஸ், gravitational potential energy and the elastic potential energy. Gravitational potential energy, a simple example, girl sitting on the top of the slide. இப்போ ஸ்லைடோட ஹைட்டு and the girlோட mass, girlோட weight, depending upon this, how fast she can come down the slide or how easily she can come down. All this are depending upon the height and the weight of the girl. So when the object is placed at a certain height, so the height is the very, very important factor here, above the ground level. So you are taking that object and you are putting at a higher level from the ground. That will become that, because of that itself the object will have or will gain a potential energy. Okay, so the potential energy formula is mgh. That is mass into gravity. What is gravity? Gravitational value, that is 9.8 meter per second, and then you have this height. So it is m into g into h. Then the increase in the height of the object will increase the gravitational potential energy. Okay, coming to the elastic potential energy, that is what you are going to pull or stretch or bend, okay, or compress. When an object is compressed or stretched or bent, the energy is stored in the form of the elastic potential energy. Example, stretched arrow and bow. Okay, in earlier days you can see how we used to use the bow and the arrow. Okay, to push the arrow to a longer distance. Okay, what will they do? They will be stretching that bow and that string. இல்லையா, we have to stretch. இழுத்து விட்டோம்னா எங்கே போகுது? வேகமாக போகுமில்ல. ஸோ அந்த இழுக்கிறப்போவே அவ்வளோ எனர்ஜியும் அந்த ஆரோவில் போய் ஸ்டோர் ஆகுது. Okay, so when you leave the arrow will go in such a speed that it will go hit the target at one right moment. Okay, so we are going to stretch it. Similarly, you are going to stretch the rubber band. Take the rubber band, you can stretch to any extent, then you can leave. Upper what will happen? It will go and hit the target at a high speed. So this is what elastic, because of the elastic nature of the material, the potential energy is possessed. Okay, now coming to the kinetic. Kinetic means motion. As and when the body is moving, you can have the kinetic energy. Energy possessed by a body by virtue of its motion. Example, moving car, flowing water. Okay, now the formula for kinetic energy is half into m into v squared. M is the mass, v is the velocity. That is, you are going to increase the speed. Speedனாலும் velocityனாலும் ஒன்றும் தான். ஆனால் velocity is, you have to say the direction. So I'm going to increase the velocity or mass, and then I can go at that particular kinetic energy. So kinetic energy is equal to half into m into v squared. Example, the arrow released from the bow. bow விட்டு வெளியே வந்த arrowக்கு kinetic energy இருக்கு. Object rolling down the hill, அந்த பாலோ இல்லை மனுஷங்களோ யாரோ வராங்கன்னா அப்படியே ஹில்லேருந்து கீழே வர 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 என்னவாயிட்டே இருக்கும், kinetic energy இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகிட்டே இருக்கும். The muscles moving and the car moving. So kinetic energy means the energy possessed by an object by virtue of its motion. Okay, then heat energy. Heat energy gives the sensation of hotness. Heat flows from higher temperature to a lower temperature. It is obtained from the burning fuels. So look at the picture. What you see? First is the sun. Right hand side, sun illa parunga. It is the biggest example for heat energy. Alana universal source of heat energy. Sun illa appadina heatum kediyadu, lightum kediyadu on earth. Okay, then lightning. Lightning na enna? Minnal. So whenever lightning happens, you get heat energy and light energy. Then heater you use at home, is it not, for heating the water. So you, whenever you are using that heat the water, the temperature is pushed to the water. Then the toaster, adena same example, you heat the machine, from the machine it goes to the bread in the toaster. Stove, you use the gas or induction to heat boiling water. And then fire, you can use fire also. And the body is also having some heat, is it not? We have the temperature every time measured, is it not? What will be the normal temperature, what is the temperature when we are having fever, everything. So heat energy is the sensation of hotness. Heat will flow from higher temperature to a lower temperature, and sun is the universal source of heat energy. Light energy, it gives the sensation of vision. எப்போ நம்ம பார்க்க முடியுமோ அப்போ அங்கே லைட் இருக்குன்னு அர்த்தம். லைட் இல்லை அப்படின்னா we cannot see. So light energy is the form of energy that gives the sensation of vision. It helps us to see the things around us. Okay, we can see the things around us. It will not require a medium to travel. Okay, light energy க்கு medium தேவை கிடையாது. So it can travel through vacuum. Vacuum spelling பார்த்துக்கோங்க, VACUUM. It is not VACCUM. Okay va? It is called VACUUM. So light energy travels through vacuum. Vacuum means space with no matter. Okay va? So that is why we earlier learnt that light and sound will not come under matter, because they don't have mass or they don't have space. So this is the only property because of which the light can travel through vacuum. Okay, then sun is the natural source of light. So first thing, light energy is the sensation of vision. Second, it helps us to see the things around, and it can travel through vacuum. It does not require medium. Okay, coming to the electrical energy. Electrical energy, the form of energy created due to the existence of electric charge. Electric charge எங்க இருக்கு? Okay, two types of electric charge. One is static charge, another one is flowing charge. Okay, mainly electrical energy is to run appliances and machines. Most commonly used electrical energy source from the generator. Generator is the main source of electrical energy. It converts the mechanical energy to electrical energy. Mechanical energy, the motor is made to run mechanically. From the mechanical energy, you are getting the electrical energy. Then battery you know, which we use in our UPS. So it will convert the chemical energy to the electrical energy. It will convert the chemical energy to the electrical energy. So what is electrical energy? Energy in the form of electric charge. So two types of charge, one is the static charge, another one is the flowing charge. Static means அந்த இடத்துலயே இருந்து மூவ் ஆகாமல் இருந்தால் it's called static charge. If it is flowing, moving from one to another terminal, it becomes electric current. Then this electric current is what many appliances and machines are running on, and it is the most commonly used type of energy. இல்லைன்னா இந்த எனர்ஜி தான் we are using very frequently. Okay, here you have to take care of two things. One is the generator, another one is the battery. Generator, main source of the electrical energy, converts mechanical energy to electrical energy. Correct? பார்த்துருக்கீங்கல்ல, whenever there is a power shutdown in one apartment, they will immediately switch on the generator. What will they do? They will make a motor run. Okay, they will make the motor. That is where the mechanical energy is generated. From the mechanical energy, they will get the electrical energy. Then coming to the battery, which we are using in the UPS or in the car, chemical energy, we have put the chemicals inside the battery, so that chemical energy is converted to electrical energy. Sound energy, you know, it is produced by the vibration of the particles. Vibrate the moment you hit the bell, the bell in the churches or in the temples. The moment you hit the bell, it will strike the particles around it. All the particles around it will vibrate. From there you get the sensation of hearing. நம்ம காதுக்கு எட்டுற வரைக்கும் அந்த பார்ட்டிகல்ஸ் வைப்ரேட் ஆகி வந்து நம்ம காதை ரீச் பண்ணும். ஸோ தட் இஸ் வை வி கெட் த சென்சேஷன் ஆஃப் வேவ்ஸ் ஆர் த ட்ராவல்ஸ் இன் த ஃபார்ம் ஆஃப் வேவ்ஸ். வேவ்ஸ்னால் என்ன? அங்கே அடிக்கிற பெல்லோட சத்தம் நம்ம காதுக்கு கேட்குதுன்னா அந்த வேவ் ஃபார்மில் அந்த சவுண்டு வந்து நம்ம காதை ரீச் பண்ணுது. ஓகே, ஸோ சவுண்ட் வந்து ரீச் பண்ணணும். இட் வில் ட்ராவல் ஒன்லி இன் த மீடியம். இட் கேனாட் ட்ராவல் த்ரூ வேக்யூம். Okay, it can travel through solid, it can travel through liquid, and it can travel through gas. So sound energy or a topic enna, first one, it is mainly produced by the vibration of the particles. It gives the sensation of hearing. Then it travels in the form of waves. It can travel through vacuum. It can travel through solid, liquids and gases. And it always requires a medium to travel. Magnetic energy, the energy which the magnet shows. Allana, magnet is a material which attracts objects made of iron, cobalt and nickel. The materials attracted by magnet are called magnetic energy or magnetic materials. The energy possessed by the magnet or it is stored in the magnet is called magnetic energy. Magnet na enna? It is a material which attracts iron, cobalt and nickel. So those materials are called as magnetic materials, and the energy possessed by this magnet is called magnetic energy. Chemical energy. Chemical energy, it is a stored energy. Example, in photosynthesis, solar energy is converted into chemical energy. Chemical energy, you have many examples. Okay, you can use batteries, you can say petroleum obtained from natural gas. All this are coming under chemical energy. So go through this video slowly, understand what is energy, what are the types of energy, and their definitions and the examples, and then write this, revise and send the homework to me. Okay, thank you.